Kind of going off a little bit of your first podcast, because I was listening to your guest before me. You guys kind of had me thinking about some stuff with what you guys were talking about, just how important your family and people you spend time with while you can spend time with. So just to create more of that, more family, more community, more camaraderie, just bring everyone together. And
it feels good. I'd like a little more feel good because I am looking at your guitar. It's very nice. It's sitting there. I know it wants to be heard by the listeners, by the viewers. Would you play us something?
Yeah.
Could you do that for us?
Yeah, I could play a little riff. I sing and rap and do a bunch of different stuff, but I really just started by making noise with things, and guitar was one of the first. This guitar actually got a little beat up in Nashville, and that's a
good place to have your guitar get beat up.
That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time.
I was going to ask you, wait a second. I want to know about Nashville.
Yeah.
What happened there? If you're within the sound of my voice, you are listening or watching the Sterling Spin podcast. And I'm excited for you to be here with us today. And we're going to have some live music and some digital music for you to listen to and enjoy in the studio. I like to give you a new spin on living, loving, learning, and some laughing too. So I'm Liz Sterling, and with me is a gentleman who intrigued me by his desire to help other people. As a matter of fact, when I put his name into my contacts, I said, J-Mac, someone who likes to help others. That's how I identified you. He's known as Justin Hunteman, but he has another name, Jordan Clyburn. I know him as J-Mac, and you're J-Mac Sense, or you make sense, or you use the cent sign. Whatever you do, welcome to the program today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
I invited you to come into the studio because you've been showing up. At least 90% of life is about showing up. You show up with enthusiasm to help other people, to make music, make videos, make podcasts. You were on my soundboard today. I want to thank you wholeheartedly for that. There's something that excites you about being around other people who are making things happen, making media happen, making music happen. So tell me a little about how come you give so much?
Thanks. That's a great question. I like being a part of things, and I've spent a lot of time just kind of doing stuff on my own and by myself, which is fun. But there's just something, as I think you all would know and agree, that there's something about when a group of people come together, especially with a similar goal or similar personalities or whatever. When people come together, it's just like one man could build a boat, but like 20 men could, build a ship kind of thing, kind of idea for my mind. So I just love being around people like you guys, creators, artists, musicians, whatever you do, and I just think it's a beautiful thing to create.
I think it's a beautiful thing what you just said. What do you create?
I feel like, to shorten it, it's more content. Obviously, I do a lot of music, and I like just having like a message or something that people can, listen to, relate to, whether it is a song, a podcast, spoken word, whatever it is, poetry, art. I mean, it's just something that I feel like that's something people need and that we have to hold on to, because technology is crazy, but, no matter what happens, we're still all going to be able to express ourselves one way or another,
So you not only express yourself through music, you write music, you're a producer of music, you're an artist, you're an entertainer. So not only that, but it's music with a message, with something that you want to say to people.
True, and it's not always the same message. Sometimes I'll make songs that are darker or happy, or songs that just express like a thought, an idea, a feeling, something that is like yeah, its own little message. So I've tried to focus on that a lot more too, getting a message out there, my message out there, helping other people get their message out there. Even if they can't sing or make music, people still have thoughts, feelings, something to
So
do.
your messages are changing all the time. You're saying sometimes they're
Right.
happy, sometimes they're dark. What are the messages that you've been creating recently?
Recently, it's kind of been all over the place. I've been helping other people with their music, so it's kind of like more going down their idea. A lot of music I've been making, just kind of like stories or something negative gone good, or an emotion or something you can express. Whether it is good or bad, it's something that everyone like kind of thinks or expresses about, relates to, and just.
So rather than being in the abstract, I'm just going to invite us to create a little bit of space so we can listen to some of your music.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I think that would be great.
With your baby, trying to just get paid. Every day in every way, it's the same old thing. Every day, it's the same old thing. We trying to just get paid. Every day in every way, it's the same old thing. Every day, it's the same old thing. We trying to get it made. Every day in every way, trying to make a way.
Every way to make my dough, so I can buy my kids brand new clothes. I better have a housewife than a street hoe, but the bill collector's still knocking at my door. But they don't know I'm counting this cash while I puff pass. Mess with rhymes and I'll bust your ass. If I stay silent, let my money talk. And if you're talking all that, you can talk to my Glock. So if you're working 9 to 5 or slanging the rocks, I'm banging the spot, man, the shits don't stop. Hope spit bars like your girl, I'm hitting it raw. Keep on the low cause we above the law. Every day I get paid by some babe in LA, then get laid, I can't wait. We both stay up so late in the night, we cry late. In the morning, my Rolex so shiny, I can't complain, no way, no lie. Making songs always on to another one, cutting up the green like I'm mowing lawns, busting open bottles and pouring some. She's having fun, might mess around and fall in love.
Every day, it's the same old thing. We trying to just get paid. Every day and every way, it's the same old thing. Every day, it's the same old thing. We trying to get it made. Every day and every way, trying to make a way. Every day, it's the same old thing.
Thank you for bringing us into your life and for us being able to get a taste of what gives you passion and excitement and your own inspiration. Where does this come from? Where does this music, where do these words, you said the spoken word, where do the words come from? How does it come through? I'm leading the witness here. It's like, does it come through you? Is it magical? Is it mystical?
Yeah, no, I think that's another great question. It's something that it's kind of always in my brain or my thought. It's like not even something I have to really think about. It's just like I'll just get inspired about things or think about things, and always find myself saying, "Oh, that'd be a good song," or "That'd be a funny joke," or like something. Try to take thoughts, ideas, experiences, and just combine it all into one. But no, I've always had a knack to just make some noise, do something, like create, even as a kid, and as I get older it kind of changes, but it's still
Like
just
I'm seeing you on the pots and pans with wooden
Yeah,
spoons when you were a
literally,
kid. So
yeah.
did that literally happen? Because I'm getting that image.
No, yeah, that did happen. I was always kind of like tapping on stuff, banging on stuff. I started with drums and guitar, and then just went down a music thing, and then technology hit, phones hit, computers hit, and it just kind of
You went with it, though.
Yeah, and I learned to make music with and through computers, phones. I was part of the generation that used to, illegally steal music through the LimeWire and the, burn CDs and cassettes and the whole, like, whatever you do, get your hands on some music, a record player,
Right.
Oh, you could play it backwards. And it's just, I always learned these things that just kind of kept me excited, because it was like, wow, like, it's just, there's so much to it.
Because there's something new, and then also if you get to do something and you're like not supposed to do it, and there's that thrill of what you created. I remember when I was a kid, we used to have the phones, And in my house, we had 2 lines. So something would happen, and we could take out this little metal piece that separated the 2 lines from each other on these phones that you would pick up and you would push buttons.
Right.
And we could create party lines.
Oh, yeah.
We could like separate the lines out, and then all of a sudden we could have access to more lines. And I was like, whoa, look at what we could do. I mean, it was so exciting. So I could relate. When did you first get some feedback from family or friends or teachers or a relative that said to you, wow, you really are a music maker?
I'm glad you asked that. Honestly, I've always had so much support and everything. I'm a very lucky kid. I was adopted, set up to be adopted before I was born, and I've recently even met my birth mom and other family, and even before I was born, and even now, everyone they kind of support me and just say, keep going, try stuff. My mom that did adopt me, bless her heart, she couldn't have kids, so she adopted me and my older brother. And she was an elementary school teacher. So from what I hear, she was a pretty good elementary school teacher. She loved kids. So I feel like I kind of got maybe a slight unfair boost as far as like everyone was always like, yeah, read, write, do this. There was never, any bad thing or any holdback on it. I was always kind of free to just do things, express myself as long as I behaved. But
As long as you behaved.
yeah, but
Like that
as
one.
far as the music and that art stuff goes, that was just kind of always like go ahead. I was in choir, jazz band, sporting events and stuff. So it was just always like,
And so you were given that exposure.
yeah, I was
And
exposed
then you could
to,
incorporate it.
Yeah.
So you must feel really, I recently interviewed someone who was adopted, and they were carrying a heaviness in their heart because they felt like they were rejected and that they weren't appreciated. And they were still working on resolving that already in their 40s. I just feel like you have very well integrated and accepted and appreciate that you were cared for before you were even born. That these arrangements, this family who loved and gave you the world, it was like, the world is your oyster. You can do with it whatever you want, a shiny pearl. It seems like you have taken that and really used it to your benefit and possibly to the benefit of others, too.
yeah, and I try to put a lot of that in my music. And you're totally right. Everyone feels some type of way about something. I probably felt a lot differently when I was younger than I do now. And like I said, I have since met my birth mom and other people, and that has helped a lot too, because it's like, you learn and understand things. I learned her. I understand what things happened, why they happened, how they happened, that she's still in Colorado, why we're in Colorado, why everyone even made it here. So that has kind of been like a very uplifting and motivational thing for
Yeah.
me to be like, wow, if I can go from whatever troubles and things I've gone to make it here and still be doing, okay, I could be doing better, but I could be doing a lot worse. So it's like I want to help, I want to continue to help others like others help me, and just continue more of a positive thing so we can drown out all the negative nonsense that we all hear and see every day with just, more good positive vibes, energy, sound.
So I think I'm really
vibrations.
getting your vibe is to create as much positivity as you can through music and through helping others in their genre, whichever one it is, wherever they're being creative. If you can help, then you can, like you said, literally drown out all the noise and the negativity and put some light into the world.
Yeah, and and I've gone through some bad things and had bad moments. I've even made music that maybe isn't so positive or uplifting, but it's like, if you can capture something, or even like you said, different genres, if people can pull something off of it or pull something away from it, or kind of, be like, oh yeah, I felt like that, I experienced that. At least my favorite artists I ever listened to and grew up listening to, that's kind of what they did for me, so it was like I just used all of it and put it together, and
Here you are.
so here I am doing stuff.
J-Mac, a man known by many different names in our studio today as a producer and an entertainer and an artist. I'm grateful to have you in the studio with me. You're listening to the Sterling Spin. I'm Liz Sterling. I'd love for you to subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to, you can like what you're hearing. I certainly like what I'm hearing. You can even comment. Also, when you subscribe, the little bell comes up. It's a notification. You'll get notified every time we drop a new show, and that's on Sundays. So we have a new show every week for a year coming. So we want you to be with us on this ride. And if you have a story, something unique or original, I'd love for you to get in touch with me at my email, sterlingspin@gmail.com. And also, it's time for sponsors to join us because we are growing and we want you to grow with us. So get in touch with me, Liz Sterling, through my email, sterlingspin@gmail.com. Thank you so much. And we're on a roll. We're talking to J-Mac. You said that it was very helpful for you to have this meeting with your birth mother and meet with your family, that you're always learning about yourself, you're learning new things. What did you learn and find out from your mom, your birth mother, your birth mother, that you didn't know before? I can't help the curiosity, like, what's that like?
It's pretty interesting. Everyone was always up forward and honest with me about everything, so I guess I just learned like more of her background and more stuff. It didn't really make me learn too much about myself, maybe a little bit, but other than that, I'm just a lot like her. And my other mom, I'm a lot like both my moms and
Wow,
my dad.
nature, they say nature and nurture, and you're saying it's both.
Yeah, for me, I feel like for me it was like there's a lot of things that I think came from my birth lines, but also the people who raised me. So I kind of got like the best of both worlds or worst of both worlds or however you want to put it. So I
Hopefully
got to,
the best. I mean,
yeah,
I only
a
see
lot
the
of good.
best.
Yeah,
I have to tell you.
Yeah, we pick up. I feel like we pick up things, tendencies off each other, and people kind of bounce back and forth, especially brothers, sisters, parents.
Right.
Those are very important people that you're usually always around or always influencing you. So I just was very influenced, I would say, from everyone on both sides and her, and I just think it's great. It's wonderful. I'm very happy to have done it and been it and lived it, and I just want to use that to share it and help other people and just keep pushing,
Keep pushing, keep helping, keep putting out positive messages.
For sure.
What do you wish that you could do that you haven't done yet? Like, if you could anything, or I say sometimes, like, if I were your fairy godmother.
Right.
You've got a lot of moms, right? Like right now, if I were your fairy godmother, I wave a magic wand and you could have your life feel actualized for where you are in this moment in time, what would it look like?
I think that's a good question. If I could really have or be doing anything, I would love to just have my own brand, business, headquarters, whatever you want to call it. That's a lot similar to a creative space like this, but just open for people, to anyone of different shapes, sizes, ideas, kids, adults, and just have like my own place where that I could always go and be myself, to make and create art and do fun things, but also invite others to come in and learn or watch or try something out. So I guess that would be my only wish, is to have something like that. And, just wish that all my friends and family are happy and that we can all see each other and spend as much time with each other as we can. I think that's kind of going off a little bit of your first podcast, because I was listening to your guest before me. You guys kind of had me thinking about some stuff with what you guys were talking about, just how important your family and people you spend time with while you can spend time with. So just to create more of that, more family, more community, more camaraderie, just bring everyone together, and
It feels good. I'd like a little more feel good because I am looking at your guitar. It's very nice. It's sitting there. I know it wants to be heard by the listeners, by the viewers. Would you play us something? Could you do that for us?
Yeah, I could play a little riff. I sing and rap and do a bunch of different stuff, but I really just started by making noise with things, and guitar was one of the first. This guitar actually got a little beat up in Nashville, and that's a
That's a good place to have your guitar
Yeah,
get beat
that's a
up.
whole nother story for a whole nother time.
I
A
don't know.
couple
I was going to
stories,
ask you. Wait a
actually, but,
second. I want to know about Nashville. What happened there?
No, during the pandemic, I only spent maybe 2 years there when the whole pandemic thing. Life just kind of spiraled out of control and everything stopped. Like
Right. Remember
music
that?
wise, my job wise, I had to move. I had a buddy living in Tennessee and in Nashville, the city, because he does music as well. Shout out T Sweet Centerfold Timothy. He's a great dude. He told me, dude, come down here and let's do some music. And their economy picked up a lot faster than here because they're
Right.
all, the party can't stop
Creating,
in
yeah,
Nashville.
right,
Yeah,
for
you know,
sure.
not even COVID would stop those people from. I mean, they shut down for a little bit, but they kept
They
going.
came
So
back fast.
so
Yeah.
I went out there and just experienced life and people and had fun. I took my guitar on the street, crashed it up a little bit, played
Well,
some music.
you have some good memories, I hope.
Oh yeah, for
Now
sure.
we get
Mostly
to
good.
now we get to hear you, and then we'll have the
Yeah.
memory of watching you play because you're
Yeah.
someone who loves what you do, and we're really blessed to be with you in your presence today. You're a very special human being.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like you are too. I feel like everyone is in their
Yeah.
own way if they can be their best selves.
Yeah,
So
be our best selves. You
for
got
sure.
it.
So I'm just gonna play like a little guitar riff song, just a little thing. I don't
Take
know
your time.
how much time we got here, but
We've got
get you.
About 5 more minutes.
Oh, cool.
we've got 5 minutes. You heard
That'd be
our
plenty.
producer. You've got
Yeah.
5 minutes,
That means the song will be 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
and
No,
then
just
we'll
kidding.
say so long.
All right, so this is just a little thing that I made. It does have lyric and vocals too, but I think I'm just gonna play the guitar. But the song is called "We Are One."
It's like I can hear the words, even though you're not singing. When you're moving and you're doing different, do you call them riffs or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Little
I can
riff.
I can hear it. First of all, I don't know that much about guitar playing, but I could see that there was complexity in what you were doing. You were like stretching, going from one end to another, and yet you did it so smoothly as if to carry it right through my heart. So I could feel that gentleness and the invitation. And as you were moving your hands, and you were really stretching and reaching, so I could see you were taking us to the inner realms of what maybe we all have within us, and that is we want to be one,
Yeah.
connected, part of each other.
Yeah, I think that's actually like what the song is literally about, and I kind of switched it up, played a little different. I do that a lot. There's not always like an exact way it goes. Sometimes I'll play it slower, faster, different, but that's kind of why I just wanted to play the riff because I kind of wanted to just play the guitar and give you guys kind of idea the type of
Yeah.
music, melodies, ideas I have.
You
I
made me
guess.
want to be with you, which is really a good thing. You know, it wasn't like I'm doing what I want to do. You did like I'm going to do something that's going to bring you into me, and then we could all be one together. And it was really, really nice. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
I don't want to
Appreciate it.
end, but we're coming close to our time, and I'm going to say thank you from my heart of hearts. I really appreciate that you said yes. I love seeing you everywhere I turn, inside the media center or at other people's homes or at gatherings. You are there. You are there to help. You're there to support. You're there to lend a hand. And you are an extraordinary human being. And I want to thank you for saying yes to coming on the Sterling Spin.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And it was amazing to be a guest and to run sound and to be a part of it. And again, that's why I do all this. So for the experience, for the journey and everything. So thanks. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
It's been amazing.
So when I look at your name, you're J Mac with 2 C's, but you make the C's like a
Like
cent.
cent signs.
Cent
2
signs.
cent signs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
I'm actually changing I used to be in other bands and groups, and J-Mac was like a rapper name or an artist name that kind of always stuck, but I'm rebranding it as Cent Signs, and then I've got
so
my
it's-
birth name, so...
So we'll have it up on the screen and people can see it right here. And then
Right.
where do they find you or listen to more music?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to release a ton more stuff under the Cent Signs name on all platforms. So if you just type in CENTCIGNS, and the C's should be hopefully searchable with actual cent signs or just C's.
Like the
Yeah,
cents. Like
I might try to make it searchable with S's too, but it's just you got to work with the
It's-
algorithm, whatever Google
I
says
know.
goes.
Well, you figure out that algorithm. I don't know if I'm ever going to figure it out, but I am going to figure out my gratitude for your being here and for you being here, those listeners and those of you who are watching the Sterling Spin podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next time you're within the sound of my voice, I'm just going to remind you, subscribe, like, comment, get notified, hit that little bell so that you're notified when we drop a new show, which is every single Sunday. And I'm grateful for you to be here. I like to spin new stories, and I like that we can spin toward tomorrow, and we could do that today. Thank you for being here. Bye.